It's about all the people who are paying a price because of a broken immigration system. All the communities that are taking immigration enforcement into their own hands. All the neighborhoods that are seeing rising tensions as citizens are pitted against new immigrants. The American people need us to put an end to the petty partisanship that passes for politics in Washington. And they need us to enact comprehensive immigration reform once and for all. We can't wait 20 years from now to do it. We can't wait 10 years from now to do it. We need to do it by the end of my first term as President of the United States of America.
Working hard. Working hard. Working hard. Working hard. Working hard is just not enough. 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 Not enough. Just not enough. Not enough. I have nowhere to go. My teacher says that since I don't have papers, I don't qualify for financial aid, federal loan, or scholarships. How am I going to pay for my tuition? I can't even find a decent job. This is not how I imagined my life would be. I was looking forward to my future, but now I'm just scared. I guess in my case, working hard is just not enough. Working hard is just not enough. Just not enough. Not enough. 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 Enough.
Now, I just want to get this straight. You, Geraldo Rivera, with teenage daughters, are telling me that you are okay with somebody sneaking into the country, becoming drunk, get convicted of a DUI, and staying here. You're all right with that.
My nightmare is my daughters having anything to do with a drunk. Let me finish my answer. My nightmare is my daughters having anything to do with a person driving drunk. That's my nightmare. Okay. It could be a Jewish drunk. It could be a Polish drunk. It could be an Irish drunk. It could be an Italian drunk.
American
what the
crime,
hell difference does it make?
It makes plenty of difference.
It does not.
He doesn't have a right to be here.
He didn't commit a felony.
He doesn't have a right to be in this country.
What? But that has nothing to do with the fact that he was drunk.
He should have been deported. He should have been deported, and this mayor and the police chief didn't deport him.
Listen, do you know how many people we have in jail? How many of them are illegal aliens? Illegal aliens commit crimes at a lower rate than citizens do.
This guy shouldn't have been here.
Cool your jets. That has nothing to do with illegal aliens. It has to do with drunk driving. Don't obscure a tragedy to make a cheap political point.
I'm the father.
It's a cheap political point.
And you know this is justice.
This has nothing to do with
You want anarchy. You want anarchy.
No, what I want
open border anarchy.
What I want is fairness. We have lured these people. We have lured these people. We have lured these people to this country with a promise of jobs in a country where there is basically full domestic employment. We have for decades lured them here, and now we're starting a mob scene. You want your viewers to go knocking on people's door to door. Are you an illegal? I want to take you outside and do something.
I want the law enforced.
History have seen what happens when you single out people like that.
I want the law enforced, and you don't.
Bill, half of Congress, if they had the courage, the President of the United States, if you look at what he has to say, all want reasoned immigration reform.
I guess in my case, working hard is just not enough. Just not enough.
Not enough. That means that we're not doing enough to outreach to them, and that means that we're not doing enough to support them. Being a undocumented student, you live in this line between privilege and marginalization. There's 135 students in the whole UC system. That means that we're not doing enough. We're not doing enough.
Not enough.
Taking a risk because I'm going to tell you something that I don't normally tell other people. I'm an undocumented immigrant. A lot of people don't think that there are any Korean undocumented people. Actually, there are about 230,000 undocumented Korean people are living in the United States. We are the 7th largest group of undocumented immigrants. Here's what undocumented means to me. Being afraid of being deported back to Korea. Being afraid of being separate from my family. And being afraid of not graduating from college. I'm unable to get a job, obtain a driver's license, or receive financial aid. I don't have access to education opportunities that other people take for granted. Worst of all, I'm afraid of being deported. I have nightmares of immigration officials knocking on my door, arresting my mom, my sister, and me. I lie awake wondering if I have any future at all. Recently, I heard about a federal bill called the DREAM Act.
The DREAM Act, legislation now before Congress that would provide a path to legal residency for immigrant students. For some students, the so-called undocumented students, their options are limited. Because of their immigration status, they cannot legally get a job, and going to graduate school is out of the question because they cannot qualify for financial aid. So once they graduate, they are stuck.
Because they lack this 9-digit number and they're not able to gain financial aid, they're not able to apply for jobs, they're not able to do many things that I think every day we take for granted.
One last point I want to make on the immigration issue, because we may be moving to different topics. Something that we can do immediately that I think is very important is to pass the DREAM Act, which allows children who, through no fault of their own, are here but have essentially grown up as Americans, allow them the opportunity for higher education.
Well, you've been sleeping in America and doing other things like, I don't know, raising your kids. Congress has been screwing you, and it's time to wake up. Here's how I got there. It's legislation that would have allowed millions of illegal immigrants to get away with breaking the law and staying here in the United States legally. We, the people, said, I believe the phrase was, no way, Jose. For all I care, it's amnesty, amnesty, amnesty. And here's a great idea. Amnesty, no amnesty, amnesty. And here's a third option, amnesty. Squeeze his fat butt through it. It's an incentive for illegal aliens to continue manipulating and abusing the system. Supporters of this act obviously care much more about illegal immigrants and their special interest groups than they do about you and me, American citizens. It rewards people for breaking our laws by providing a clear path to amnesty.
We can allow a generation of immigrant students with great potential and ambition to contribute more to America, or give them a future living in the shadows.
Or maybe they could go back home. I'm just saying, there is a third option. Senator, you can twist it any way you like. Bottom line is, we don't want amnesty.
It's the only thing that will help me and help thousands of undocumented students to do something important with our lives. You can make my dreams a reality. And you can change my life.
I believe the phrase was, no way, Jose.
I was recently denied by the McNair Scholars because I was a undocumented student. And I just want to tell them, let me share my qualities with you.
No way, Jose.
Let me share who I am.
Like, no.
I want to do research. I want to be a PhD doctorate in anthropology. But I can't. What am I gonna do after graduation? Where am I gonna go?
Maybe they could go back home.
Why does this country do not want me here? I don't understand.